towards rings now.
Wings?
Rings.
Rings?
Yeah. Rings, like around your finger.
Oh, really? I haven't.
Yeah, so then that way, because it's cheaper, well, because like normally it's one trophy, right?
But everyone gets one.
But yeah, exactly. With rings, everyone gets one. We have like team play, like sacrifice or something. I mean, obviously in 1v1, it's better to keep the trophy, but we are loaded in. Don't know what maps we're on in the series, but we can already see we're having what, Slash, Doomslayer. Yeah, that's Doomslayer, right? Yeah. And next for Cypher. That's
yeah, so Cypher has picked up the Doomslayer. So as I said before, I was surprised he isn't doing it, but it seems that he is now. So that's good to know. Maybe it's just a map thing, but we'll see.
I know Galena here.
No, but Slash is very powerful on this map, as we saw, has the capability to really take a stranglehold on the map due to the speed that she has, and that she can really cross those kind of caverns very easily.
Or canyons.
Canyons, is that what I meant? Yeah, that's what it probably was.
I like the way you said it. You make everything sound good in a British accent.
Yeah, we have that effect.
Plasma Trail coming in. This is going to cross the map, again, extremely quick, as you mentioned before.
Yeah,
like, Railgun finally picked up too.
I think it's probably the quickest champion in the game to get from one side to the other. It's like 3 seconds, 4 seconds side to side, so it's pretty ridiculous.
Well, Cypher does open things up with a great rail shot to start off this match. Vo not going to connect his own.
No, but it's okay. Well, again, like I said at the start, I'm a little bit fearful that Vo will go into too much of a defensive mode, and that will give Cypher way too much leverage on the map in terms of positioning and items. So we'll see what he does.
Well, I think killing this Slash might be a good start for Vo. Take away that mobility that he can play with him. Struggling to hit these rails, though. Vo's going to be the one to receive the first touch of that damage. And we'll back away, pick up the heavy armor. A little bit of a 3-second difference between the two pickups. What a rocket timed out of Cypher there.
Yeah, gorgeous. So it's okay. They're both trading relatively even stacks. Cypher obviously slightly higher given that he's on Slash, but at the end of the day, just feeling each other out, waiting till one hits a nicer shot, and he's made a mistake.
Well, injection comes in, but only has 11 HP to work with here, and he does get followed up by another rocket. Cypher taking the first frag, putting his foot down in this matchup so far, looking to punish him even more here with the LG. Doesn't have the stacks to work with himself.
Maybe that was deliberate. I thought it was a mistake, but it could well been deliberate and just using the pure speed of the champion to get in behind Vo.
Oh, another rocket.
Wow.
Vo has no health to work with. The follow-up shot is almost there out of Cypher. So he does eat a rocket, but he's still going to be very healthy, using the positive trail to get away. He has a 6-second window between the two pickups, so there's a chance that he could get both.
If your rockets jumps up, yes, most definitely. But he doesn't want to.
Okay. So Vo getting a chance to get back in this one. Being very smart about how he goes about. Actually, he doesn't have the pickup, doesn't have the Mega. Cypher has fallen, so now definitely Vo has a chance to go back and get it, and he will do just that. We're getting to a very crucial point. 2 minutes left in the round, and Cypher has the champion advantage so far.
Using that speed just to kind of shuttle around the map, make sure that Vo's nowhere to be seen, as well as using the plasma trail to block off the top area. So just excellent protection of the items. Oh,
only 6 damage and 7 before and 14. The numbers aren't exactly what Cypher wants to see. But again, he's still maintaining the advantage. Heavy armor's up, about 10 seconds time. Now Vo has a chance to challenge out on this one. He has a chance to apply some pressure and maybe even force a reverse here. As now Cypher's out of position to pick up the heavy. He's got some time to work with to get there. Use the plasma trail is going to actually go directly into him here, and Vo's not going to have a lot of room to move. The LG comes out, and Vo's been forced back with the rail to finish him off. Cypher gets a massive kill. Now he's up 2 champions.
Yeah, great combo. Rocket to LG to rail, all the core weapons involved in that. Vo's going on the aggressive here. That's really dangerous.
Well, he's got less than a minute to do it, though, to get 2 kills. He's got to make something happen.
It's true, but you need to... I guess you have to take risks.
Got to spend money to make money. Don't know how that's relevant to this, but Cypher gets the final kill on Vo. Takes the first round here on the first map.
Pretty comfortable. Didn't seem that Vo was really, again, getting on any of the items, which was something he's going to have to start doing. Because, as we saw, Cypher was stacking up quite easily, and then utilizing the speed of Slash just to get on top of Vo at all times.
Well, he's going to look to match things again with Anarchy here. And the gun does come out, gets 40 damage done. Oof, runs even into the plasma trail. He's got the injection, so he gets the better of Cypher here.
Yeah, Cypher feeling safe because he had used the plasma trail, but leaving enough of a gap for Vo to sneak into the room.
That Ghost Walk used right away. I think Cypher dodged it direct too. Really important for him. Doesn't want to lose momentum. You can see Vo playing a lot differently now. Now that he has Anarchy to play with here.
Yeah, you can see the difference in playstyle when he's got a slight advantage and has Anarchy. He's very good at making sure he's around all areas of the map and utilizing the speed.
Go for these long-range rockets too. Trying to close the distance that Cypher can really play with. He knew he had that Ghost Walk on cooldown, and he has a heavy armor up in just 1 second time. It's a little preemptive rocket, but it's not going to connect, but at least does force Cypher back. And Cypher's going to have the opportunity to pick up the Mega, especially since Vo's not in a position to contest it. A minute 20 in, and Cypher already off the back foot on this one.
I think he just picked up the rail, which means he's finally probably going to feel a bit more confident in getting out onto the map.
Especially if he hits shots like that. 72 HP left. Ghost Walk has been used to get aggressive with the rocket. 64 damage to follow up with. He picks up the heavy armor on top of that. And Cypher coming back strong, using that Ghost Walk so aggressively.
He's also one of the people that's using...
Oh no, he popped the Berserk right away. Oh, he gets a punch. Oh, he gets a second punch. The rocket hits and he falls up on the rail. Cypher. The fist might be good, but the guns are better.
Yeah, and Cypher's one of the few players in this tournament that's actually using the lightning gun to great effect.
Oh, no! Cypher putting on a clinic here in his second match on the tournament in the stage. That was some sick stuff.
It was sick stuff.
Well, Vo's not going to be happy about that. Vo had the first kill. He had the advantage in that round, and he quickly lost it as Cypher not holding back at all. He's getting super aggressive now, Cypher. Trying to push this 2-round lead into a first map victory.
Definitely looking a lot more confident after this morning. Partly, I guess, he's had a chance to settle down, but also partly because Vo doesn't have the same combat skill as Avec. And yes, Cypher didn't look like he was playing well, but Avec was always hitting the first shot, and Vo isn't. And that's a key difference.
Oh, these rockets, he's really applying pressure to Vo. Oh, the close range rail. I think of Vo, though, keeping his composure, not using the injection just yet. Being very smart about this. Fadeaway rocket's gonna connect. Didn't do too much, though. Oh, the rail! What is with Cypher? These shots are insane.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I can do better. Amazing play to Cypher, just from what we saw earlier on. You can see how accurate he is with this railgun. And Vo is going to have to respect this too. He's trying to close this gap. He's trying to get in close with the speed of Anarchy, but Cypher is playing fantastic.
Yeah, he just finds angles that not many other players really think about.
Oh, there you go, Vo. Great shot of him too. Showing he can strut his stuff on the railgun. And Mega is up. Looks like Vo will retreat back to pick this one up here.
Yeah, this one of the things that we find with Vo is when players start hitting a lot, again, that pushes him back into his, again, more defensive positioning, which is natural, but it really does sometimes leave him a bit vulnerable because he becomes too defensive.
Oh, he's coming in close, saves the rocket, gets the 90 damage off.
Nice.
1-2 punch with the rocket, secures himself a kill and a lead again in the round. However, as we saw in round 2, he blew the kill lead. Cypher's able to fight back. Let's see if Vo can keep this momentum now in this round and maybe put it on the board for himself.
Yeah, I think this is when we see the best of Vo, picking up the pace. As long as he's got that Anarchy, that's something he's pretty fond of doing as well.
Oof, I don't want to criticize too much, but that looked like a rail he most likely should have hit. And now Cypher might get aggressive off the back of this. Vo keeping his distance. Or maybe not, looking to fight him head on. Injection now used and Mega picked up now for Cypher.
Nice.
Looking for the connections. Cypher doesn't have a lot of HP, but he does have the double jump. The rail has landed 12 HP left. He goes in for the Berserk punch kill. And Vo will now have a 2-champion lead here.
Desperation, but nearly paying off. Critical Ghost Walk, last second.
Oh! Whoa. The read. Vo showing what it takes to take that round.
Vo Gaming.
You can buy the shirts coming up in January. Totally making that up. That was well done by Vo. I mean, not to mention like how much of a swing of momentum it was in the first 2 rounds for Cypher, and then for him to pull that one back, that was major for him.
Yeah, for sure.
See if he can keep this pace on. Starting off a slash again here for Cypher. Doesn't have rail. I don't think he even has rocket. I don't think Cypher really has anything to work with right now in terms of weapon power or firepower.
Yeah, he fell down, so he will have a lightning up, but that is it, as we see. And yeah, that's exactly why Vo is hanging around at that top level by both major weapons, because he knows Cypher needs at least both of them. So sneaking onto the rail.
Right, so we get the rocket
Still protecting the rocket, which is perfect.
Well, he's got the LG, but the LG is not going to be enough, and Vo gets the kill again.
Yeah, you can see the advantage there of controlling weaponry on the map. It's something that's lost a little bit. Going with the punches, this is dangerous.
Knocks him away, though. Oh, great little juke, though, out of Cypher. He's still committing to this fight. He's still trying to fight him head on, still with not a lot of guns to use. The rail long range is not going to connect, and Vo's going to back away. I don't think Cypher had anything. I think he had, what, machine gun?
Yeah, that was it. Just off the spawn.
Do you agree with Vo backing away from that, or do you think he should have kept on fighting?
He was weak. He was forced to use the injection. It's probably just not worth it.
Okay. Maybe he also probably wants to keep his champion advantage too. Getting juggled in the air by the LG. Direct rocket, followed up by another 56 damage. Vo has definitely flipped this match on its head. On its shiny, bald head. Let's see if he can close this one out here. Maybe tie things up at 2 rounds apiece. See Cypher actually wanting to get super aggressive. He has this Ghost Walk, gonna pop it. Trying to back away, but again, Vo has the read. Injection has been used. The rocket has still landed. And Vo getting the worst of this trade. Especially now with the Mega Health being picked up and 5 seconds to go on the Heavy. Can Cypher transition around in time to challenge it out? I think Vo is actually behind him. Vo trying to pick up the Mega himself. Mistimes it. And now Cypher can get both pickups here.
Yeah, he also needs a rocket. He just missed it, so Rocket jumping back up to make sure he gets it this time, because that can be crucial.
Whew, rail again as Cypher. So accurate, so deadly. And he's got the timings of both pickups too. He's gonna have a major advantage when it comes to this. Oh, but the contest comes in, 75 damage rocket, another 22 off the back. Can he finish this off? The Mega picked up, he'll do just that. Cypher's able to pick up 1 kill there, and I would imagine that's a trade that Vo's not most likely gonna win when you have the Ghost Walk to escape.
Yeah, once again we can see the importance of that calculation and patience in rockets, not falling for the air control coming out from Vo, as most people would have missed that final kill.
Ghost Walk back up too, picking up those time shards. Both Ghost Walks available for these 2 players. The rail. It's always a butt clenching moment when you can see X-Ray too. And you can see them coming around the corner. Actually, Ghost Walk has been popped. Vo was using that super aggressively. Now Cypher's behind him with the LG. And health just melting away. And can Cypher pick up a frag to equalize things? 2 minutes left to go in the round. He's got him locked in the corner, but is he able to pressure this situation? Looks like he's getting up some ground.
Didn't hear him, so he escapes barely with his life.
Oh. I'm not going to land. Both of them very low on HP. Cypher keeping his composure, backing away. Still has a minute and a half to work with, so he doesn't need to rush this just yet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got time to play with.
Vo also seems to have popped his Ghost Walk at the end there, so he's not with it.
Cypher has his up too, but doesn't have a lot of health. A minute and 20 left to go.
Yeah, Cypher might have heard the time shard, which is obviously an indication that the cooldown is up for the ability, even if he didn't hear it in the first place. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, they're majorly desynced though in terms of this ability. Nice 12-second window between the 2. Only a 2-second window, well, even like 1-second window between the 2 items. Now a minute left to go, and Cypher's gonna have to start pick up the pace. He needs 1 frag to give a chance for overtime, for sudden death. You can see the HP that Vo has to work with this. I mean, he's taking a lot of heavy damage. 14 HP, the Ghost Walk has been used. Can Cypher get the read? 40 seconds left to go. He knows exactly where he is. He spots him out. He can't hit the rail. The fadeaway rockets have come in. Vo's created some distance. The pickups are now there. And it looks like they will not trade them. Mega's still available. Cypher's on the chase. 60 HP. And 30 seconds in a dream here for Cypher. And Vo is just getting the distance. He has to know, right? No, he doesn't. He doesn't know that the Mega's not been taken. 20 seconds left to go, and Cypher, he has to choose. Go for the Mega, go for the kill.
He has, yeah, he's in the
10 seconds.
last stage. I think
He's got Ghost Walk now. I think Cypher could potentially pull this one back if he can get the kill.
Oh,
Ghost Walk comes in, 5 seconds left.
Oh! Half a second too soon. That was tense. Really tense. But Vo has managed to claw this back now to a tiebreaker game.
It's only the first map in the series, too.
Jeez.
What a way to end the day, it seems.
Well, Vo knows, as he said to us, if he wins one map, he should be through. So this is clutch for him.
Yeah. And to be able to do it after being down 2-0.
Exactly.
Really showing the true grit of this player. That Rocket. Well played, 61 damage done off the bat. There's a big window again between the two majors. Oh! So satisfying to see these prediction rockets come through. Ejection down, these rails.
1 health, 2 health, he can't get away.
There's the rocket, Cypher. He's had enough. He knows he should have had this map won already. I do love how he moves backwards with Plasma Trail too sometimes. He's like,
yeah.
You can't really chase me through this, so you're gonna have to let me escape for now.
That's actually one of the tougher things to do in terms of Slash's playability, so it's a good skill to learn. But it was also a nice little tactic, realizing that Vo would probably be coming from the upper level, so wanted to get up there and block off that channel. Just Vo there half a second too early.
Well, let's see. Vo's pretty stacked up. He's got the health. Pretty sure he has all the ammunition he needs. Especially so does Cypher with these rockets. But his rails, that's where he's been really shining in my eyes. I wish we actually had some sort of control over the observer so we can actually see the stats he has in terms of accuracy. No, bro.
Oh, yes.
I'm not actually in game. That's why you're looking at. Okay, now I understand earlier why you looked at me like, yeah, you could just switch POVs.
Yeah, I completely forgot that we've only got XP.
Yeah.
Oh, he nearly went off the map. Really close here. Rockets coming in from the Doomslayer. Just enough from Vo.
It looked like, you know, Cypher's trying to, well, Vo was trying to bait in those rocket shots towards the heavy armor because he knew he didn't want to take it right away. He wanted to make him miss those shots, so he actually have to protect the item instead of going for damage.
Yeah, I mean, he was just kind of hurtling Cypher away because he knew he had a massive stack advantage, so there was no really desperate time to try and hit any kind of crucial rockets. He could enclose the space subtly and slowly.
Well, the rail for Cypher. He's actually, I think he's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, he hasn't put a lot of emphasis on rail in like the last 2 rounds, it feels like.
No, he's trying to get in Vo's face. We've seen probably his best success, though, from the rail.
Yeah, I agree. Some of these flick shots and the timing shots out of him have been fantastic. We'll back away to the Mega here. Not going to go for the challenge just yet, but look at this Vo sticking around. Vo's directly above him. And Cypher actually, I don't think he heard him run away, so he knew he was still close. He gave him some ground, gave him some respect. He's actually going to walk straight into a trap here. He doesn't have Ghost Walk up either. He's very low HP. He's still actually challenging this. He's looking for the, oh, again, the rail coming through. Now Ghost Walk is up for him to escape if he does need it.
Yeah, but the Doom is, he's just got such a big stack there. Look, another rail could probably take another 2. He can.
Oh, is he going for it? No, Mega Health. He's playing this one safe. Tied up in rounds, tied up in champions. And 3 minutes in. Now what's Vo's game plan here? Because he had quite a stack. Now he's lost from taking 2 rails back to back.
Yeah, he's not really going to be present on the map for the next minute or so. Vo's just going to play slowly around areas where are key choke points if Cypher wants to push in.
Again, those rails coming up major. Ooh, he knows he's close. He knows he's sticking around. He's actually gotten behind him here. The Ghost Walk used aggressively, trying to catch him off guard, and he's not going to get much off of that, but again, I can respect the ballsy play. I can respect the aggression. Oh, no.
That's too aggressive.
Was that a mistake?
Yes. Well, no, using that, no.
Oh, okay.
Being there in the first place, yes. That was just escape.
Cypher seems to just have a good read here.
Yeah, for Vo now, he's really playing for that extra time. there's not much he can do before then unless he gets lucky or hits some insane shots. So it's for him about protecting himself, making sure the positions he takes are safe, they have escape routes. No real need to commit for items if Cypher is anywhere in the vicinity. So
yeah, I feel like he hasn't picked up anything within like the last 1 to 2 cycles.
No, and there's no real need to at this point. He shouldn't really be going out there.
Oh, now he knows the Mega's free, or he should know.
No, he hasn't got time to go across, that's the problem.
Yeah.
So he's going to bait and try and... He needs to get back up to the upper levels, that's the problem.
Well, now going into overtime in just about 10 seconds time, Cypher's going to have a very good situation on his hands in terms of what he's been able to pick up and the control he's been able to maintain around the map.
Vu's done a good job. He's managed to get into some death. He's picked up a few of the smaller green armors.
Yeah, you can't count Vo out. I mean, we saw just in round 3 how insane he can be once he picks up that steam.
But Cypher now has a perfect cycle.
Doesn't want to be caught in the cross, it looks like.
Yeah, and it's if Vo was peeking, he might think that Cypher's not around and go up a jump pad.
Oh, does go up the jump pad, but it does take the damage for that. You have to pay that toll to get up on the higher ground, which he didn't even in the end do. Drop back down. Heavy up in about 4 seconds time, and again, Cypher's already here. So from what you've been saying, Vo needs to just challenge out on this, not try to go for the fight, but at least keep pressure on Cypher. Ghostwalk coming in, he's looking for the finisher. He's gonna come out of that form, he's gonna do a hell of a lot of damage, and Vo gonna get lucky, he's able to return some back on a Cypher, both railable.
Yeah, I was about to say Cypher's game plan should then have been looking to try and catch Vo, leaving the items as bait, catching Vo around them instead of just cycling them. But Vo with a good initial rocket means Cypher was now on the back foot. But with this item split, it's all about positioning for the next heavy armor.
Rail comes in, rail connects.
That rail keeps him away. There's no way Vo can now be anywhere near the heavy. Cypher should go up and take the bridge just in case to clear him out. And then when it's safe to fall back down, expect him to probably go aggressive as well.
Oh, Ghostwalk being used aggressively right next to him. 30 HP remaining for Vo, and Vo connects a great rocket onto Cypher to keep him back again. It looks like both of them just gonna back off, not commit. It looks like Vo's been finally able to get, well, he's got a major item behind him. He's got mega health. So this has the opportunity to secure something, but he's not feeling safe.
Yeah, I don't think he's got an item in like 4 minutes.
It's been a while, yeah. Cypher's been keeping him on lock. He's really controlling and strangling him in this match so far. But then again, Cypher's not getting the finisher. He's getting super aggressive. The second time in a row he used that Ghost Walk to fight him.
Yeah, it's at a point where he needs to hit a rail if he wants to follow up. If he hits a rail in between items, then he has the opportunity to bait Vo, because Vo shouldn't be sticking around to fight. All Vo is doing is waiting for Cypher to make a mistake at this point in time.
Oh, that might have been it.
Oh, what a
Did he really just dodge that rail, didn't he?
He did.
Well, he's got Megan 1 second, so
But
the rail
again,
has landed, but
again, then Vu's falling into the trap, but it's not so bad because it's only a nix of what we saw Hal earlier, in doing good jobs around the items, but not being able to capitalize on it. It's not, as I said, it's not as bad because then the stack of nicks not that important.
those shots just are insane out of Cypher. So accurate. So deadly. And now this fight's probably coming around the mega health, it looks like. Oh, yep, definitely both here. Another rail is hit. He dodges the rocket. He's going to look to get aggressive. 0 seconds. He can't contest it. The midi coming in. And Cypher picking up the map.
What a shot.
What a way to end the first map. It's only the first map of his best of 3 as well.
And look what happens. Vo goes for one item in like 5 minutes, and he dies for it.
Yeah. Credit to Vo, though. He was down 2-0 in rounds, and he clawed 2 back.
He was caught in two minds there because he knew the timing. Cypher hit a rail, which means Vo technically should have got out of there, but in popping the Ghost Walk, Vo knew he had enough time to get on to the Mega. But he just should have retreated. As you can see, he's massively disappointed after putting in so much hard work. Mentally, that's tough. To use all that effort to claw yourself back to an even game, just to kind of throw it away after a 10-minute final round.
I'm trying to think. Is there a world where Vo does not qualify through into this?
Probably.
Because Avik 2-0, Cypher 2-0 in their initial matches.
And then this is probably 2-0.
If it's a 2-0 for Cypher, I think there's actually a chance Vo, who was start off the day strong,
then
could potentially be knocked out. Again, we don't know the rules. We're kind of just
no. There is a world where that can happen if they all 2 each other. Because I don't think RCD's picked up a map as well.
Yeah. So then
it will probably either go on round score, who picks up the most rounds, but then that's going to be a pain to research. Or
I think the admins wrote it down.
I don't know if there's any rules in this place. We'll see.
Yeah, we actually couldn't track down an admin because they were still trying to calculate Group A.
Yeah.
From the last match, so we don't know what's happening.
Don't shout at us, guys. Please.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the perfect
Don't.
phrase.
Sorlag.
What? Who?
Vu.
Oh yeah, well it's this Blood Run.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Cypher has gone for Doom, so it seems that he has reevaluated and said, Galena sucks for me. I'm going to Doom. But his Doom was relatively underwhelming as well. In
okay.
In last game.
I just feel like you have a basic ability of double jump, which
Yes.
already hands down is better than anything Galena has to deal with rockets. I feel like double jump is way better than an Unholy Totem. Obviously, there's no cooldown for double jump.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many completely different playstyles, but you're right. In the kind of basic meta,
yeah.
if you're going to take regular
at face
fights,
value.
At face value, yeah, Doom should be better.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here as we get into Blood Run in just a few seconds, guys. Again, we do not unfortunately have information on what's happening with Group A. We don't know who's through yet fully. I believe I did spread some misinformation that Claus did beat Cooler 2-1. I believe Vu has confirmed that it's actually a 2-0.
Yeah,
so I think things are still being calculated.
You told me that as well.
I thought it was. I was in the room.
You.
Huh?
I believed you blindly.
Yeah, well,
I'm a sheep. I'm a follower.
You got the beard of a sheep, or maybe a goat. I don't know.
Billy goat.
Yeah.
Or a lion. It's my mane.
Yeah. All right. You know, use your imagination.
Are we gonna miss a frag? No.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Cypher gets the first frag, and that was that Sorlag that went down? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Cypher flying in with a couple of great rockets, just getting the better spawn there, and Vu paying for it.
With his life.
Yep, that's right. Well done, Jason.
He took too much damage and didn't have the HP to survive, so he died.
You know this game backwards.
Oh, Cypher. Well, he knows this game. Gets 2 direct rockets to finish off Vu again. Now I'm worried for Vu. Would you consider him an emotional player?
Yes, definitely. I would also consider him composed in when he needs to be as well. So like, there will be periods where he lets it get the better of him, but when push comes to shove, I think Vu can settle down. He's got the mindset of a champion, so.
Right now he's down 2 champions, and there's definitely opportunities in that last map for him to take that victory. And again, he's looking for that 1 map win. He doesn't. I guess he doesn't really care past that map win alone. Cypher. He's warmed up. You know, I'm glad to see that too, because I've known Cypher for a while. Not in his pre-Quake day or his Quake days, but I've known him, you know, through Overwatch. And you know, again, like Kula, I've always heard about how good of a player he was and is, but I never got to actually see it because I didn't get to see it at QuakeCon. Didn't get to see it in the regionals. So it's nice to actually see him here in person. Aspect coming out preemptively to prevent that Mega from being picked up. And Cypher does get out and get both pickups off the get-go. Ooh, shotgun coming in. Vu has no HP left. He can finish this one, and Vu gets caught out. Cypher, with the shotgun alone, gets the damage done. He gets the D finished off, and he has the champion lead again, and now he has him caught off with the Anarchy.
Yeah, and Slash is a champion that's not traditionally used that much on Blood Run because there were a lot of minor areas that mess with her movement, but Cypher making it look like it should be.
The speed, the shotgun, and Cypher again, Vu.
He's just not letting Vu settle whatsoever, not letting him get any weapons or items, and that's one of the facets of this map in particular, that you can close down and stop your opponent from getting into certain areas. Cypher's doing it particularly well and punishing Vu. As you can see, punishing him now for going for that rocket launcher.
I think one of the important things about like the best players in the world when it comes to any game actually is how they perform when they're in the lead. And we're seeing Cypher here, like he gets the first frag and he just takes that advantage and shoves it in the face of his opponent, and he just constantly hammers away at him, not letting him get comfortable. And I think that's something that can separate, you know, a 2-0 from another 2-0 is your control of the game during that match.
Rocket. That's going to set Cypher back a bit. Yeah, definitely. At least with reference to Quake as well, I think it's just as true to say it's how then you react on the defense, because it's quite easy to get overwhelmed by someone in the lead, and if you could settle and make sure you keep in the game when you're on the back foot, that's probably just as important.
Okay. Well,
so what we're saying is you need to play well.
and probably play to win, most importantly. When the rocket comes in. I think Vu's wishing he had a railgun at some of these points. Actually, he's been denied that entire room, hasn't he? Cypher's been mostly controlling that. At least Vo hasn't made his way in towards it just yet.
Yeah, Vu's been really pushed back now by Cypher's pace and is keeping very much the back areas. Because that for him is the safest, because if Cypher comes flying around the corner, at least he's in a relatively equal situation to take on a steady fight with the rocket launcher.
Cypher's still on his first champion with half the time now finished off here. Let's see what he can do, if he can maybe close this one out again. Coming back in with the plasma trail. Go for the pickups, 2 seconds on the health. And I like the zone control he's providing with the plasma trail, most importantly. Oh, yeah. He sneaks right behind him, hits the rocket for 68.
Cypher's particularly conscious about doing that. I mean, we saw Hal using Slash earlier, and while he had a good Slash, it's one of the things that he needs to, for instance, look at doing.
Hits the midair.
Great rocket.
Gets the LG to finish him off, and Cypher again, now 1 round away from getting through with a 2-0 victory in the series. All right, well, Vo, pressure's on him. He came back from a 2-0 before. Can he do it again to tie things up? It's gonna be difficult. He's on the Sorlag another time. Plasma Shell used immediately out of Cypher to get that initial control. Again, he denies him not only the rail, he denies him the mega health, and look at that. I didn't know lizards could fly.
Lizards can fly, but this map has got steady. This map has got steadily out of control. I mean, we've lost 2 rounds already in the space of like just over a minute or so.
Oh, Vo. He's trying to turn the tides here. He's trying to claw his way back, fight his way back into this, but let's see what he can do. Against Cypher getting aggressive, Plasma Trail being used. He's getting around the map so quickly. And he knows exactly, just from that shot alone, you can see he knows exactly where Vu's going to be.
Yeah, and Vu's not looking comfortable. He's normally the one that likes to play on the aggressive, but...
Yeah, I mean, the way we saw Vo doing it earlier on was he gets like the pickups, right? And then he uses the rocket launcher to get around the map quickly.
But Cypher's not letting him get on anything, let alone try and build up any sort of momentum.
All right, well, now you can see Vo walking.
I think, yeah, one of the issues is that he's lost Sorlag in quick succession on both maps. Now, this, for me, is his best opportunity. He needs to keep this Sorlag in play because that will halt Cypher's aggression. If he can take strong positions with Sorlag and maintain some semblance of a stack, that's a good opportunity.
All right, well, now Cypher and Vo here trying to... I feel like Vu's been denied the Mega so often, and now he's using his own denying tools here with the Acid Spit. He's not going to go for the Mega pickup. He's actually going to go for the push, trying to force him back, trying to hit these rails. Won't be successful with either. Let's at least pick up the Mega for now. And now he's gotten some control. This is where Vo wanted to be, right? And he gets the kill, most important than a Cypher, too.
And that's exactly it, that you have such a great stack that if Cypher comes pushing in, even though that was probably an overextension, that you're usually in a favorable position because of the nature of the champion.
Oh, he's getting aggressive. The Ghost Walk has been used. He's been able to catch him out. The follow-up rocket not going to do as much damage as he was hoping for, and the rail would have been enough to finish Cypher off. He's still fighting. And Cypher, it's caught out, and there we go. Vo finally getting himself back in this round.
Massive mistiming, and this has given the initiative heavily to Vo.
Oh, can he hit the mid-air? Oh, he's actually going for the fisticuffs mid-air.
Interesting.
See how it works out for him, Cotton. Railgun coming in from the high ground. Won't connect. Neither of them actually landing the shots. I mean, they're both double railable, so if they want to go for the aim battle, they can.
Yep, Vo just needs a few armors, and then he can be quite happy with his position. But also, Doomslayer's got a rather big stack of his own.
Oh.
Ooh.
He wants this fight. And to be fair, Vu's taking his foot off the gas, though, allowing Cypher to get both these major pickups.
The problem is Cypher has no rockets. So that has to be a priority over and above anything else after this Mega.
All right, there we go. Mega picked up. And Cypher will transition to the rocket. Free of charge, it seems.
Yeah, Vo now on the back foot. He knows the stack that Cypher has, but he also knows there's a minute and a half left. So I don't expect Vo to have any presence on the map now. He's just going to be playing the corners. keeping out of range of Cypher, keeping out of any sort of rail battles, saying if you want to fight, it's going to be on rockets and it's going to be on my terms.
You think a minute and 20 seconds is enough time to stall? Like a realistic time to get 2 champions ahead?
It's one of the dilemmas that if you go too defensive, then I think with 2 champions, it's right. This is the right decision.
Okay.
Because Vo is one of the better players at stalling, so.
Well, he's doing just that, it seems. Cypher's not able to hit these rail shots. Oh, caught a glimpse of him there, I believe. But again, Cypher's continuing to pick up these items. Got about 40 seconds, 45 seconds left to go. And Vo's just been transitioning around the map. I mean, again, that's like the downside of Doomslayer, as you're mentioning. He has double jump, yeah, but he's not very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, wow. Like, Vo's giving him no opportunity to hit any shots. 30 seconds left.
If Cypher wants to go in, Cypher's going to take at least as much damage as he gives out. So this is a great way of playing defensive if you're in the lead. And that's exactly what he needs to do. Oh, he's going to catch him out now, but can he get the kill? The LG going to knock him away. And look how healthy the sword lag is.
Yeah, and 16 seconds to go.
That's the round for Vo. There's no possible way Cypher comes back now.
Yeah, well done by Vo to slow it down. I mean, those 2 rounds that he had lost here were so fast.
Yeah, and that's it. That's what, as I said, is that the sword lag is critical for him to sustain. He needs to keep the sword lag in the game for as long as possible because that's his best defensive tool.
Prepare to fight.
And
but at the same time, Cypher has shown he's very good at capitalizing on the weakest period for the sword lag. Limited weapons, limited health and armor.
Right, see if he can do it again then.
Yep.
Looks like Vo's been able to stay away from the most part. Now actually the fight off the bat, damage taken away, so he knows exactly where he's going to be. He could use this to run away, but he also has a ton of HP and he has the mega health picked up too.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Vo got out there as healthily as he did. I thought that first rocket was going to be at least a direct, but somehow coming out relatively unscathed, which is positive. Still no rocket, that's what he needs, so Cypher should be around to try and defend that.
Just trying.
Yeah, just a bit of spam.
He's getting stacked now. He's got the rockets, he's got the armor. Hasn't hit the shots that maybe he could have there, but he's got the mega health to pick up. And so then how does Cypher go about this? I mean, Slash, he's quick enough to actually get in the face. He's got an LG to pick up too.
Yeah, it's using that speed where possible to try and push him before Vo can get set in those corner positions.
We've seen Cypher already so many times on Slash use that plasma trail to force a fight, to get aggressive, to deny area. Definitely one of the favorite Slashes I've seen so far. And he might do the same here. No, doesn't have it up just yet, but he takes damage.
No, that's great. Cypher, obviously perfect timing, and sliding in before Vo can get set up. That's the key. But when he also needs to be, as we see here, very, very careful when he's not completely confident about where Vo is. Interesting.
All right, 1 minute and 30 in. Again, these pickups being timed perfectly out of Cypher. The health was the only one that I believe Vo knew the exact timing of.
And this is a playstyle we saw Vo use to great success at QuakeCon, is utilizing that sword lag in a more defensive manner. Obviously, he can pick up the pace close when possible, but for the majority, when he's on the back foot, he can play extremely defensive, keep himself very, very safe, and just waits it out until an opponent makes a mistake. Yes, I think it's quite a risky tactic, but it's something Vo finds particularly effective.
And like you said, once he did get out of that first 30-second gate.
Yeah, that's when he feels a lot more confident. That kind of first 30 seconds or so, it takes you such a long time to build a stack, it takes you such a long time to get all the necessary weapons that you can be exploited, particularly if you don't get a good score.
Ooh, first direct lands. It's a good amount of damage on both of them, very low on HP. Looking for the rail follow-up, switches weapons at the wrong time, 13 HP, and Vo gets the kill, but the problem is now he has to restack, right? Can Cypher capitalize off of this and catch him off guard?
Luckily, he's got the heavy up straight away, so that's a big, big bonus. Couple of health bubbles. Means he's just in fighting shape, and that is a critical rail that will limit Cypher's aggression into this room.
Don't tell me Vo can do it twice in a row.
It will be. This will be the tactic now. 2 minutes. I have an advantage. Let's just stay. Like, that's the way he wants to play.
Do you agree with the Doomslayer being picked up when he knows it's against Sorlag after what happened in the last round? Oh! These shots! Didn't get to finish that question as Vo got explosive there. But do you agree with the Doomslayer instead of maybe the Nyx, so we can be a little bit quicker? Because he struggled, Cypher, to close the gap against Vo at the end of the last round.
Yes, but with the Doom, you can take more aggressive risks because you have a bigger stack to play with. And when Vu's not on the map, you can be pretty confident you're going to be able to pick up most of the major items, and then you can just begin rushing in.
Okay.
With the Nyx, you're quite vulnerable, and you rely very much on the catching him out, which is
like the aggressive ghost walk to get him.
And once you've popped it to get in, if you don't kill him, you're probably going to dead yourself.
Omega's now up. Cypher does get that 1 minute remaining here.
And now we see Cypher pretty much max stack. This is nice. Walking. Vo will expect Cypher to be moving probably at more of a pace, so walking around is one way to catch him out.
He doesn't even challenge him too.
Nice.
Tries to run off. Gets across there, and the acid spit being used just to give him the information, the key information of where he's going. Going to be dropping down, pick the Mega. Rails are not landing, and Vo gets another kill, and with so little time left, with 30 seconds, Cypher might be dropping another round here. Getting in with the nail gun. Oh, it's going to be rough. Oh, if only he had like a hit scan weapon there.
So yeah, Cypher wanting to go for that perforation, that telefrag, but Vo understanding that, just zipping away. And I think, again, that is second round to Vo, so are we going to see a reverse sweep?
I mean, to be fair, last map, Vo was down 2-0, came back to 2-2.
And then
Cypher closed it out for the first map victory. But credit to Vo, you know, for being an emotional player. He's been doing a good job of controlling that emotion. You know, being down 2-0 twice in a row like that, it's got to be mentally taxing.
Yeah, and as I said, I think everyone knows he has significant mental fortitude. So twice in a row, if he doesn't pull it out this time, that will hurt. Oh no. Ooh, that was some incredible tracking.
Yeah, knocked down to 60 HP. Again, Cypher still trying to use the speed to close the gap. Heavy armor has not been picked up, and you can already see Vo maybe wanting to eye it, but most importantly, maybe trying to figure out where Cypher's going first. Trying to, again, as you pointed out, you know, so expertly, trying to get out of this initial weakness phase that Stolarlectors have.
Yeah, and this is difficult. You can see he's got no weapons to work with. Yeah, exactly.
Look how cautious and safe he's been. Does get a rail, but he's lost all items.
That's okay. Weapons are more important.
And this Cypher does have the ability to chase him down. He knows exactly where he is here. Hits the rail. He was really, really inaccurate actually last round. Kind of surprised. Uncharacteristic of Cypher, especially onto such a heavy champion like Sorlag. He's just thick. He's not heavy. It's my bad. Wrong word.
Big rocket.
I don't know what Vo has in terms of weapons yet.
I don't think he has a rocket, and he's just picked up the lightning gun, so he definitely needs to get that rocket. And we can see him on the X-ray sneaking around to pick that up now, and he has the full arsenal. I think Cypher knows where he is.
Oh, Vo's gonna know as well here. 5 seconds left to go. On the mega health, but as you mentioned, Vo doesn't really seem to care about challenging out on these pickups.
No.
I mean, if you think about it, like, if Cypher gets both pickups, he's still, like, behind Vo in terms of stack almost, you know? And that's just to get Cypher in a position to battle equally.
It's one of the benefits of, again, obviously playing the heavier champions, in that if you
thick champion,
is that if you can hold it out, and even if you don't pick up the major items, you get to just an even stack.
Nice little dodge on the acid spit there. Man, Cypher not really trading too much damage, and he's gonna be behind in health, behind in armor. Only 2.5 minutes have gone by.
Oh, he's got bounced up.
And Vo gets the frag. All right, so now Vo definitely getting settled, getting comfortable again in this round. Now he's starting to get the pickups.
We talked about Vo's mental fortitude, but I think something needs to be said for Cypher's, because this is very frustrating in that you're given free reign of the map, and yet you cannot do anything. You cannot pin Vo down, and that is one of the most frustrating situations to be in.
And then being up 2-0
exactly,
in
being
both
up
maps.
2-0 so easily at the start, and then suddenly you're just frustrated, kept away, you're doing lots of damage, but you never finish him off.
Oh, double rail.
One more and he'll still be dead.
Not anymore. Cypher not using the Ghost Walk aggressively. Second to go for the armor pickup here. 5 seconds to go on the Mega Health. Now using the Ghost Walk to get in, trying to go for the chase. But again, Vo getting around the map quickly, and perfect Acid Spit laid down behind him. Knowing that Cypher was going to be there, prevents him from going for the follow-up and allows Vo to pick up the Mega Health.
And as you said, Cypher switching to the Nyx to use that surprise factor, this time with a longer period of time in the game to actually make it work. So, but still, Vo's grinding down those seconds.
Oof. Get another rail, but not like Vo's going to care. Look at his HP. Another rail's going to land. That's 2. We maybe need a 3rd here, but he switches a little bit late. Now Vo is up 2 champion kills to 0. And Cypher with 1:10 left to go. He couldn't do it 2 minutes before. Can he do it with even less time?
I don't think so. I think Vo will just be able to grind this out. Cypher hasn't found a way to penetrate the armor.
Good predictive rocket. Again, not allowing Cypher to feel comfortable around the map. Now Spit is well landing. That's exactly where he's going to be going.
Yep. And it's not the prettiest playstyle in the world, but it's what's necessary.
I mean, luckily Cypher, like for him, Vo doesn't have Nyx. So if he does somehow kill the Sorlag, there's not like invulnerability that he's going to have to survive.
It's a big if.
Yeah, true. You can see him on the chase. You can see him being punished for the Doomslayer. And 20 seconds to go. I think we can almost call it here.
Yeah.
To get 2 frags at this rate, and Vo can just run away, and he has Acid Spit up in about 8 seconds time. I think we're going to a 3rd map here, ZSX.
I think we are. Well played by Vo. Doing what's necessary. Yeah, frustration from Cypher. I am guarantee. Sorry, GG. Yeah, even Vo saying sorry. He knows it's
not the prettiest to play,
yeah,
but it's a smart, calculated play.
It's a bitch move.
Oh, come on.
He'll say that.
He even looked at the camera, he's like, sorry.
He knows it is. Like, you talk to him, he knows it's not. It's kind of like just not manning up. Like, you know, just running away the whole time.
But that's a legitimate strategy, though.
It is.
You can't knock him on that.
No, I'm not knocking him.
Okay.
It's what works. I said it's completely the right thing. It's just, I mean, in kind of professional discourse, it's slightly BM, you know?
Really?
A little bit.
I mean, to be fair, he also punished the picks that Cypher had.
It's antisocial. I'm not saying he's wrong. He did the right thing. He got, if he didn't do that, he would have lost 3-0 and he would be
True.
Maybe out of the tournament. It's the completely right thing to do. It's just slightly BM. That's all. All
right. Well, now I know how to get in your head when we play one-on-one.
If you did that to me, I'd break your computer and
if I survive too, most importantly.
That's it. Like, you can see, it's really frustrating for Cypher. Like, I got massive respect because, as I said, like, yeah, it's not naughty to do, but it requires a different type of player to be able to do that. I couldn't do that.
How so? What do you mean, like strategy-wise, or like
mentally? I think
like staying sane.
Yeah, like I would have crumbled and tried to have done something, like make something happen. I just feel too vulnerable retreating, and to keep one ahead of the game at all times is actually really taxing.
Well, I mean, Vo's got definitely not a shortage of head to use. I have to keep going back to that.
I have no idea what your fascination is.
Oh. All right, we're going into Runes of Sarnath now. We got picked up here.
So yes, a Cypher fancying, I think Vo's maybe toying with, maybe he goes back to a Sorlag after being so effective last time, or going for the Doom. Yeah, so Cypher sticking with the same 3, and that's it's something he seems comfortable with, in that he just likes to build his playstyle around the champions rather than focusing on what champions maybe are better on different maps.
Mm-hmm. Well, that goes back to the whole not wanting to play the like really strong champions in the time, right?
Again, it's more he feels, as long as he feels comfortable in what he's playing, it doesn't matter what the map is.
Okay.
So there's just different ways of interpreting the best way to play the game for you.
Well, we'll be loading in a few seconds here, and again, we're still not sure what's happening with Group A. We're still not sure what's happening with Group B with this map victory for Vo. But hopefully, Jorsar on stage after this match has finished can clarify that for us. We've had a great day of games today, to be honest.
It's actually been really good.
We've had a couple of 2-0s, like for instance, Killsimber's Claws. That was a shocker of a match to start the day with.
It started off like, okay, this is going to be a whitewash day, and it's ended up with every single game going to the wire.
All right, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The final round of the day. Cypher versus Vo. It's on Runes of Sarnath. And a very important match for Cypher. Keep in mind, I mean, there won't be a tiebreaker if Cypher can't beat Vo. There's no chance of that, because Cypher only has 1 victory under his belt.
You are correct, sir.
So let's see. Slash for Cypher. Anarchy for Vo. Again, those rails. That was very lackluster on the last map. But on map 1, he was fantastic.
It was more Vo not giving him the opportunity.
Okay.
That if there was ever a rail
That's
to be
fair.
hit, it was going to be a difficult rail.
Making it a positive. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, 30 HP, 20 HP.
Well, that was awkward.
So only has 20 health left to go. I need to get some sort of health pickup here.
Does he not know it's been taken?
It's got 15 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't think he has any idea. Must be up soon, he thinks.
I'm starting to finally pick up some health globules, health orbs. And the Megas again. And Vo, look at his pattern, or his pathing too. He knows what he wants to do here. He knows his route.
Yeah, but that's one of the things that you can exploit as a player. You kind of figure out the Anarchy's path, because with this type of movement you need nice clean circular areas to move around, and if you can work out the direction they're going, and some people have a rhythm, then you can exploit that by kind of interrupting the pattern, breaking it up at choke points and things like that. So
well, here's the following up with a rail there. Gets
nice.
a second Cypher. He's had enough.
He has. Impressive on the Anarchy. Never an easy task.
To be fair to Cypher though, and to Vo, Cypher did win the first 2 rounds of every map so far.
This is true.
Vo was just able to come back. Ghost Walk has been used. Vo's gonna go for the chase, and Vo's gonna look for the damage being done. And he does get it.
The one thing that amazes me...
Oh, 4 HP!
Oh dear.
Oh, he gets around the corner in time.
Yeah, the one thing that I find quite fascinating, and it's the way in which all the players know exactly the timing in which the Nyx's ability will reappear. Like, you always see that split second at the exact time she reappears, and it's just calculation and knowing, like subconsciously, knowing.
He was dead. He was dead to rights there.
He was, but
it's a great Ghost Walk.
He did an ole.
Now I just want to see Cypher photoshopped on a bull's head. Stop putting these ideas in my head, man.
You're like a living, walking, talking meme.
All right, now Cypher got a lot of HP. Got a massive stack again. And Vo's gonna be playing from the back foot here, and he's actually been spotted out here. Cypher's looking for the kill. 13 seconds on Ghost Walk. He's got nowhere to run. He's got nowhere to hide. And Cypher just can't hit the shots. He's somehow dodged out this one. He's got 4 seconds left to go, but the punch will be enough.
Bosh. Yeah, the one thing about this
bosh.
map is you really will struggle to hide and run away. Blood Run is one of those maps where you can do that, but this is much more open.
Oh, so now Cypher, 1 champion lead. It's insane how big of a stack you can get on Doomslayer.
Yeah, it is nice actually. Forget how tanky he is.
We got a minute and 20 seconds remaining. Again, Vo showing he can do on the railgun there. It's a great shot.
Yeah, but this time it's pressure on Vo. Cypher, if he wants to, can really slow it down, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
What if he tried doing the exact same thing to Vo? What Vo did to him?
Yeah, it would serve him right.
And then he wins. He's like, sorry. That would be the best ever. Or not sorry. All right, so 1 minute to go here. Again, the pressure, like he's mentioned, is on Vo. Both of them just... Oh, you heard the drop. He knows where he's coming from. Backs away. Looking for the chase. The chase comes in just a split second late. I like that little stagger out of Vo, so he doesn't get caught up by initial rocket.
But good patience from Cypher with both those rockets to get some sort of damage on it.
All right, trading item for item. Hitting that 30-second point here, and Vo's got to have to pick up the pace. Look how far away Cypher's playing.
Yes, it's, again, he's playing the teleporter. If Vo wants to kill him, that is going to be actually virtually impossible. He can just keep going around in circles.
Jeez, 20 seconds now to go. Time is dwindling away. Vo on the push. Gets the assistance of Cypher's rocket here, and the LG going to come out to try to push him away, and he's got 10 seconds left to go. He's got to find this frag. Again, Cypher's created some distance.
Nice.
Ooh, rocket
really
jumping
nice.
back up. He cuts him off ahead of time. He gets the punch. He gets the kill, and he gets the sudden death. That rocket jump on the high ground, it just shut him down on his pathing. Ghostwalk has come in. Cypher gonna back away though.
That was incredible. Realizing that Cypher was probably going to slightly panic and push through the teleporter too early, and be reading that like a boss.
So now it's Nyx v Doomslayer. I would imagine that Cypher's gonna look for that rail. Use these big open areas. Use that distance to wear him down first.
Yeah, and Vu's like, come on, I'm the only guy that plus backs here.
Oh, who knows he's there? Eats a rail. Still has a lot of HP to work with though.
Cypher in a little bit of trouble, but he does now have the Ghost Walk up. He uses it just in time too.
Oh, he's going for the chase. Oh, they're both the same direction. The emitters are missing.
How did they both get out of there relatively unscathed?
It was 3 damage. That was it, I think, between the two.
Yeah.
That was actually done. That was really dangerous. And now Cypher has backed off. Minute and 15 seconds in a sudden death. There was one match. I think it was between Dewey and someone. I can't remember who it was. It went like 10 minutes of sudden death. Like back in one of the first 2 qualifiers for QuakeCon.
Yeah.
In Duel.
Can happen.
Just imagine half an hour sudden death.
I mean,
on the
this
last
might
map.
be one of them, because if I don't imagine Vu wanting to overcommit, and Cypher will generally want to reserve the Ghost Walks for a defensive purpose, and that can lead to a stalemate. It's actually one of the reasons why that Nyx on Nyx ability was introduced.
Yeah, makes sense.
Otherwise, you just purely get stalemate. Nice.
Great rail to Cypher.
This should be the kill.
He's going for the finisher.
Oh, he
oh.
slipped off.
A feint out of Vu. That was well done.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was fully intentional by him, but it worked out nonetheless. And the heavy armor's actually there. Vu's gonna be able to pick this one up. Tries to bait it in the rocket. And now 26 HP. Dodges another rail. Gets stuck on the wall. I don't think Cypher's on the chase.
I would be surprised.
He's not safe. He's not safe. And there it is. Cypher gets the kill.
And that was round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vu making Cypher work for every single frag. That was the way it should be.
But Vu's kill on a Cypher before sudden death was brilliant.
That was
as
really
you pointed out.
It feels like ages ago. Yeah, that was really good.
It's like 2 minutes.
I know.
Ooh. Whoa. Don't know what's going on here. A little bit of a scrappy fight out of both players. But Cypher gets the kill. You already saw Vu shaking his head. That initial start's not going to be a happy one for him. And now Cypher can get the second follow-up. That'd be a big kill for Vu to turn the tides here and stop his momentum. Cypher was all over him on like white on rice. And now Vu able to tie things up.
Yeah, got the slash off the board. Probably Cypher's most prolific champion so far.
Yeah.
Looking really comfortable on that.
Definitely agree. I like the way as well that Vu doesn't like waste any time going up the jump pads. He stops himself, stops his momentum so he can get down quicker.
You can see that every single step that Vu takes is calculated. Always trying to be aware of exactly where Cypher is. Never goes around a corner or a jump pad and takes it for granted. Playing super, super safe. Desperately wants to qualify.
I mean, it'd almost be like QuakeCon all over again for him, right?
It would.
Except he wouldn't have a second chance. I remember seeing him at the EU Regionals, how disappointed, how upset he was at himself for not qualifying through.
Of course. He's a player you would expect to see at these type of competitions. So.
Rocket's going to come in and we're just going to back ways and get some ground. But it looks like Cypher doesn't want to give that ground up. He chases after him and he hits the shot. Now ban advantage again to Cypher. So it's going to be Nyx v Doomslayer.
Yeah, this is, we can see that Vu's game plan worked to perfection on the last map, but it becomes so much more difficult when it's as open as this. And Cypher's being able to exploit that and catching him off guard time and time again.
To be fair, it's also exhausting, I think, a little bit to drag it out like that on the last map.
Definitely, really is.
And the series has already been extremely long between the two. Great little footwork there out of Vo to dodge the damage coming through, and does secure the heavy armor.
I definitely would like to see Vo trying to impose himself a little bit more. I just think, rightfully so, but there's a lot of respect for Cypher, perhaps too much so, in that he's giving Cypher too much breathing room.
Ooh, there we go. It's aggressive. Ghost Walk has been used. Cypher looking for the escape. He's been able to create some decent distance, and the read. The rail's not going to fall up. That would have been a kill, and that would have been another round on the board for Cypher. Vo just barely escaping by the skin of his teeth here.
You can see there Cypher dropping in for a final rocket and jumping out at the same time at an angle that Vo's almost impossible to hit.
Oof. That's another awkward moment. Oh, Cypher.
They're the type of plays, I mean, that separate the best from just a tier below. That always getting in for that final shot in a position that's safe for you.
Right.
It's something that most people can't master, but when you see it, it's just really great.
All right, well, this is a big round for Cypher. He needs this. He needs this map victory to have a chance to move on to tomorrow.
Well, I think if history is going to repeat itself, it's going to be 2-all in a minute.
True. True. Well, more than a minute, though, from what we saw. But let's see.
Oh.
Good start by Cypher again. Real coming up strong.
I was really happy with that move. I thought it was the right decision. Just couldn't hit enough rockets at the end of the day. Had plenty of opportunity.
Well, it's dangerous when Cypher gets going on the slash, as you already mentioned. Very prolific so far today. The Ghost Walk was used aggressively out of Vo. He's gotten directly behind Cypher, yes, but what has he really gotten himself into? Cypher gets aggressive and too aggressive.
Keeping him in the choke point. Cypher was pretty confident there because he hit a relatively decent rocket and he knew that Vo had the Ghost Walk on cooldown, so he wanted to push in and finish that off. He just couldn't get enough speed to get through the choke point.
It's now Vo again. I feel like other players in this situation with how this series has gone would not be able to have the mental fortitude that he's been able to pull off here in this match. Cypher gets another kill on Vo though. Yeah,
pretty unlucky with the first 2 kills of this round. He is trying to take the initiative. It's just not... Luck's not in his way at the moment.
Hopefully for him, Lady Luck will shine a different side towards him. 7 damage on that first rocket. Doesn't have a lot of HP. He's actually railable now. Cypher has to be very careful.
That was close.
I think Vo didn't even have rail actually at the time.
No, I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
He should have it now.
Maybe not yet either.
Oof. Oof. His damage coming down. Cypher, he's sticking around maybe a little bit too long. He didn't want to let that Mega go. Vo does pick it up. But Vo's not able to pull off the chase. And Cypher is still railable at the moment. So if Vo didn't have it before, he's not going to have it now. Double rail back to back. He's going to pop out the fists. But I don't actually know where Vo went. I did not see where he went. He's still actually back there. He's still hiding, and now he's trapped. He's going to have to run through a rail. He's going to have to run through the damage of Cypher, who's just not going to connect the shot. And Vo again getting so lucky there.
Is he going to hit? Oh, Vo playing super cautious to get around.
Again, Cypher needs this victory in this match to have a chance to move on to tomorrow. Vo looking for the 3-0 in today's games. And Cypher's going to push directly into it without spotting. The first rocket's going to land, but gets through the teleporter in time. And Vo's not going to go on the chase. It's almost like I don't even want to cast right now. I just want to watch the match. Because it's just so...
Yeah.
So tense between these two.
Every move is very meaningful and very calculated at the same time.
So now 2 minutes left to go. Again, Cypher does have the man advantage at least. Does have the extra champion in his pocket. Now both of them walking towards each other. Well, not Cypher. Vo's gonna get the rockets, gets the juggle. Can't get the follow-up rail though. The rail would have been enough to finish him off. Still gonna go for the chase. He's got the HP to work with here. And the fists have come out for Cypher. That must have been a little bit of a misplay potential. He's trying to go for the escape. He's looking for the punches. One more would have finished it off. But Vo has equalized.
He has. Yeah, trying to pop the berserk to get out, but just Vo cornering him.
One punch though, that could have been it.
Could have.
Ooh, great little jump. The rail comes in too. But he gets the Mega nonetheless. Oh, catches him out. Ghost Walk has been popped. Can Vo get the chase? No. Cypher will escape.
But he knows where he is.
Oh,
he does.
Oh, he's going to go for the punch kill. He gets it, Vo! All right, so we are going to a 5th round probably, right? At this rate, he's even laughing that one.
I don't know how that hit.
He's got really long arms like me, you know? That's why it's hard for me to show like I have muscles when I work out.
Yeah, well, you keep telling yourself.
That's what my mom always told me. Cypher's pushing in. Oh, he's actually really good positioning. And he gets an initial kill. What? The plasma trail.
I don't think we've seen any of Vo's anarchy on this map. Every time at the start he gets shut down.
Oh, he popped Berserk. All right, so he'll get some distance. He'll escape for now, but
he's trapped as well.
How's he escape this one? Rocket's coming through. That's a 2nd death. If Vo can pull this back, that would be insane. But Cypher steals away the Mega. Ghostwalk's been used. Vo is in such a rough position here. He's got the heavy to potentially grab, but he can't even contest it. He's going to have to give that one up. And Cypher going on the chase.
Look at the speed. He knows exactly where he is. Should be game over. I can't. He's messing up the jumps.
He's like hoping, why can't I shoot through walls?
He just wants to get to the Nyx before the Ghostwalk.
Oh, there it is. He gets the catch, and he got the kill. Cypher will take the series 2-1. A long series, actually. Going to 5 rounds in the first 2 maps to go into 4 there on Runes of Sarnath. But a well-deserved victory nonetheless.